And here we go again. We pulled this Zach Levine Sapphire Moments a while ago. Gonna put him on the floor with his T-Wolves teammate Sapphire Towns. And let's see, can we get another Timberwolf? No, it's Charlie Villanueva. Playing against the Davin Squidward, DeMarcus, Tyronn Lue, and Jim McMillan. Playing against P Poop, Slab God 11, the gamer tag. Got Towns inside, trying to cause a problem. Got Levine, we get our first look at him, bringing the ball up court. Hands off to Villanueva for the lay-in to get the scoring started. Pulls up for the mid-range and knocks it in with McMillan. Levine to Towns. And it's good. From downtown. Seahawks and the Dabber Slab God. Cousins puts us on skates and dunks it home. Try to go for the big elevation dunk there with Levine. Didn't happen. Passes off the mark. Wanted to kick it out to Zach for a 3-ball. Instead it's to Villanueva. And we missed from the wide open look. He launches from deep. Levine pulls the rebound. Over to Towns, and that's a reach-in foul. Towns to Villanueva for another reach-in. He's done that back-to-back plays. He finally gets a slap away, but we get the ball back. Shot clock is getting low. Towns has it. Out to Charlie from deep. That's going to rattle in eventually. And we're up 5-2. Seahawks leading it. Cousins, left hand off the glass. Here's Levine. We haven't done any scoring with him yet. That's about to change with the 180 dunk. Nice shot from Tyronn Lue over the outstretched arm of Karl Anthony Towns. Levine had Cousins on a switch. And we get Cousins to reach and commit a foul. Here's Lue. And we throw down the dunk. Lue's got the handle. Pull up 2 right through the hoop. It's just a 1-point ball game. Levine. It's got Lou reaching out, slapping it away from him. That's a turnover. Here's Lou. Wants that pull up again. Not going to get it this time. Towns inhales the glass. Villanueva to Levine. Levine to the rolling Towns. And he's going to slam that down over McMillan and Tyronn Lue. Works it over to Cousins. We go running past him. That's not how you want to play good defense. Levine into a wall that is named DeMarcus. Goes around the screen. Dunk champion gives us a little display of his athletic prowess. Cousins working on Towns. We try to block it, instead we foul him on the shot. Cousins kick out to Lou. He's wide open, and he's not hitting it. Levine on Lou. He's got Villanueva in the corner. We get the green release, and it's good to give us a 4-point margin at the moment. Lou working on Levine. Skip pass over to McMillan. Jump pass to Cousins. Ball cycles around to Lou from deep. And Towns gets the rebound. Passes it up to Villanueva. Everybody's in the paint for a minute. Out to Levine. Levine wants to work on Tyronn Lue. That's why. Big Zach to the rack. We're up 5 points. Lue on Levine. Kicks it over to Boogie. And we steal it from him. It's to Levine. Levine with a hammer. Pull up for McMillan. Knocks it right on in. And we have a shot to close out here with a 2-pointer. Lou's hacking. Commits the reach-in foul. And it's a reach-in from behind to prevent the dunk. He's got to be close to the reach-in limit as we wait for the check-in. And there we go. Let's not even give him a chance to come back. We'll take the victory. We get a Knicks uniform. We get the leg. And we get 200 MT. Looks like we sold something. We sold a Suns uniform. And here we go. Did play one offline with Isaiah. Got that shot grade thing corrected. Had to play a My Team game. Turn it off. Let the game finish. And then it was gone. So apparently what you do in My Team is going to set up a setting for blacktop mode that will remain until you switch it back and forth. So we get Jay Crowder and Al-Farouq Aminu with James Harden. And we just got a Nick jersey. playing a Knicks fan. He's got the triple gold. Lineup Booker, George, and McCollum. We only have 2 gold players, so we're at a disadvantage maybe because of chemistry. I don't know. We're waiting for it to load up. Seems like when it sticks at 99 for a while, your opponent's got a custom uniform. Not the case this time. Looks like he's wearing the Laker purple and gold. Harden to Farik Aminu. Back to James. Harden should be eating up any gold card that's guarding him. But not this time. It's CJ McCollum with a strip block. And we are on defense playing against QSU. And it's QSU Night Killer or something like that on the gamer tag. Hesitated a bit on that shot. It's off the rim. McCollum, no hesitation, rises and fires, but it's a miss. McCollum's reaching. We try to go around him. Opponent does well to stay in front of us. Kick over to Jay Crowder. Back to Harden. Passed out of that the last second. He doesn't fall for it and bring the double. But Harden's able to drive past CJ and get the dunk. Don't think George Lynch was much of an outside shooter. So I'm going to slack off here a bit with Farik Aminu. See how that works for us. Harden pulls the rebound in transition over to Jay Crowder. And working the ball around. Looking for something good. Everybody is on the same side of the court. Lob pass. Gets caught and hammered in by Aminu. Lynch. We want him to launch from deep, not go and hammer it in. He's not going to miss those. It's 2 each. Harden with the ball. Minu's got it. He's going to screen for Crowder. Crowder kicks out to Harden. Opponent deserves credit. He's staying right there defensively. Shot clock was getting low, so we launch it from deep. Crowder is following around his man Lynch on the switch. Booker gets open, and he pops it from the 2-point land. Harden to Jay, back to Harden. To Aminu. Seems my opponent is cycling off and letting the defense play against us. I'm not sure of that, but it seems that way. We're not able to hit inside. McCollum expected him to launch that. Instead, he just drives in. It's wide open. He dunks it home. Harden gets it stripped. We're having a hard time against this triple gold squad. Colum to Booker to Lynch. Lynch from deep. I guess he can shoot it. Don't remember George Lynch playing in the league that much. Harden just flies in, misses. We're not playing very well at the moment. Try to get that turned around. McCollum isn't able to get the little mid-range bunny. Harden out to Aminu. And we draw a shooting foul. Harden's got it. Out to Aminu. Shot clock's getting low. We're going to let Crowder launch it, and it's good. From deep. He's got the backdoor cutter. Delivers the pass and gets the dunk. Down by 4. Crowder's got it. And jumping out at him is Booker. Harden to Aminu. Jump pass back to James. Shot clock's getting low. Harden kicks out his legs, shoots it long. Not what we want to see offensively. Cullum's open. We break down defensively. Down big. Gotta get it heating up here quickly. Harden's got it. He goes past McCollum. Kick out to Crowder. It's offline. That was a good look to get us coming back in this game. And he goes out of bounds. McCollum with the hands knocks it free. Either my opponent's playing real good or they have turned down Harden's abilities. I don't know. Or I've turned it down by not playing well with him. Lob pass. He doesn't finish. It's out to Harden. It's offline. It's just ugly everywhere here. Booker, no good. We get the rebound. Aminu backing down Lynch. Really good defense there. He jumped perfectly with us. And we get the miss. Booker's got the ball. Skip pass over to George Lynch. To Booker, shot clock's low, back to Lynch. We're all over it defensively. It's not going to matter though. He lays it in. We're down 7. Call for a screen to Crowder. That's no good. Crowder pulls his miss. Goes Harden, kick out Aminu. I think that's just a 1-pointer, even if it does go. And it is. Cullum to Booker. We're slapping, trying to get a steal. Instead, it's a reach-in foul on the Seahawks. Seahawks not playing today in the big game. Maybe next year. Booker's open. He's making it rain from deep. We're down 8. Harden pull-up launch. Right through. Maybe I should have just done that on every possession. Cullum kick out to Lynch for the win. And that's no good. Harden's got it. That's not going to go. Would have made it just a 4-point game, which is somewhat reasonable for a comeback. Still a long ways down. Lynch posting up on Aminu. Jump pass to CJ. Shot clock winding down. Go over to help. Doesn't matter. He throws it in with the left hand. Here's Harden. That's not what I wanted to do. Took it in too deep. Cullum was on it. My opponent was ready for that. Lynch wraps it up. It's an ugly start to the second half of the stream. Have no fear. We'll play better. Let's go get our pick. And we go to the board. We get a single point almost halfway through for a fresh reward. Forgot who the last one was, but it was just a gold player that we quick sold for 500 coins. So we turn over Josh McRoberts. And we spin it again. To find rewards Robert Pack. Heading into the next game. We're going to get the challenge of Dylan with Diamond Jimmy, Marcus Thornton, and Donald Royal. Playing against dropouts. And I don't know this guy's even there. Now he decides to play. A Black Guy XO is the username. Odd name tonight. We played against somebody with the team name of White Boys or White Boy. And now we play this guy. I think Roberts goes to the hole, dunks it home. Finley takes it away from Butler. Butler throws up a hand, deflects that pass, and creates a steal. We're back defensively, but it goes in as he lays it up. Diamond Jimmy, say, really good card. We'd love to have him at some point. Pack with the left-hand jam. Butler from the corner. Rims out. McRoberts takes it down the glass to Robert Pack. Pack draws the shooting foul. Dribbling around, wasting a little time. Pack around his defender with the big dunk. Looks like my chat is not connected, so I'm putting in a little smiley face emoji. Maybe that'll connect it. Thornton with the reach in. My son has gas at the moment. I'm hearing him doing his thing. Roberts, yeah, I thought that guy could shoot threes. So we'll be ready next time he gets it. Pack, shot clock running down. Elevation sensation for Robert Pack. Here's Jimmy. We get the rebound. Actually, it's not a rebound. We get the steal. A little bit distracted. My son is loud, and he's kind of moving around relieving the pressure. Roberts over to Pack. Looking to back this out. And that's why we backed it out. To get around Thornton for a dunk. Jimmy's got it, bringing it up court. And he goes out of bounds. And our opponent saw enough of that. He decides to quit. Easy come, easy go, easy victory. Let's try the board again. Gonna just hang on to all the MT until the end. Maybe we can find something to flip for some profit. We had 25,000 MT. Bought packs. Got a Ruby Gasol. Ended up with a Sapphire Zach Levine, and not much else. And we get an ad card. Once we get over 2,000 MT, we'll start doing our thing on the auction house, looking for something cheap that's been listed incorrectly. We just saw Diamond Jimmy. This is Amthest Jimmy. He's going to play with Mark Jackson, the former coach, back to commentating, still preaching. And we get Whiteside to close it out. So we got a point and a center with Butler. And the guy we just played, I saw him on the ticker as I clicked in here. He just pulled that Diamond Jimmy apparently. So congratulations to him. Glad we could start it out with a loss if that's his first blacktop game with his new card. And we're searching for matches. Playing against the Raiders, it's the Seahawks and the Raiders. A AFC West clash from the old days. He's got Diamond Rose, Larry Nance, and Latrell Sprewell. Diamond Rose is going to be a handful. So he's got a double Reeve squad with a diamond. Looks like he's got custom Raider jerseys. I think he's got Las Vegas Raiders. Playing with Spree. But he's representing Vegas. Must be excited to get the franchise. Supposedly moving over there pretty soon. Sheldon Anderson has pulled out, as did another investor. I forgot what bank it was now. Being an A's fan, I don't really care if the Raiders leave because I like the A's to get the stadium. And Oakland may only have funding for one or the other, so it's just better for the only game in town. No disrespect to Raider fans. Diamond Rose kicks it out. We got stars everywhere on this team. It's ex-Mortal Legends. He's got to pause the game. He says it's the Las Vegas Raiders, Oakland Seahawks. None of these teams belong to these cities yet. Well, our Oakland Seahawks is a reference to Marshawn Lynch when he was with the Warriors for their championship parade a few years back, saying how there are a lot of Seahawk fans in Oakland. It's probably because he was playing for the Seahawks at that time. And he was talking about, yeah, those Oakland Seahawks. So I've just picked up the name, kept it ever since. We pulled the rebound. Coach Jackson's got it to Whiteside. Whiteside's not a outside shooter, but he does have a size advantage here in the post. Was just looking for a pump fake. Instead, it's a wild shot, and Larry Nance throws it out of bounds. This guy keeps positive. He was. So I shut that off so he doesn't have to hear me. Doesn't even have an NFL franchise yet, but he's getting upset that I'm talking about him. So we wait for it to wind down. He's probably looking for a mute button. Doesn't realize I have muted myself. Maybe I should just keep talking if it's helping me. All right, Jackson to Whiteside. Back out to MJ. Shawn's got the step, but he gets it blocked. I think that was Nance with a shot block. Diamond Derek, we jump out at him, and he passes it from the air. Nance from downtown. We'll take our chances with that. Here's Jackson bringing it up. Whiteside keeps getting left open. It's over to Jackson. Let's get it to Jimmy. My opponent wants to park in the lane. We got to let him do it this time. Shot clock's too late. Try to get Nance more involved. Excuse me, not Nance. Whiteside on Nance. Here on out. Spreewell's got it. Out to Nance from deep. And he hammers it home. All right, so this guy just wants to set up under the basket. And we get it to Whiteside for the dunk. We're going to try to expose that, make him get Nance out of there, because we like to drive the lane. Here goes Rose. Kicks it over to Spree. Nance from deep again. I never seem to have much luck shooting from deep with Larry Nance. Jackson's inside. That's Diamond Derek on him. Kick out to Jackson. Good defense there. He really flew out and closed on that shot. Already into the animation, so it's a bad miss. Rose to Nance. Pump fake and the bucket. And we got to pause it again. He's not hearing me now, so I don't know what this is about. Guy's just a little bit annoying. Ex-Mortal Legends. Jimmy from deep bombs it in. And we go up by 2. Seahawks and the Raiders on Super Bowl Sunday. I actually thought that could have been the Super Bowl matchup for a little bit, because I always think the Seahawks can get there. And the Raiders did have a good season before Carr went down, breaking his leg late in the regular season. We missed from deep. Transition, Spree for 3, and it's all tied at 7s. Jackson faking out Rose. The only diamond on the floor. Here's Whiteside. Out to Jimmy. Back to Hassan. Hassan calls for a cutter. Whiteside from deep. No, not going to get it. Shot clock was about to expire, so I knew he was open. Just thought I'd let him launch. Rose and Nance with a 2-man game. Nance can't hit from the corner. Whiteside's got that rebound. We don't want Jackson on the screen. We want Whiteside on the screen. All right, so Whiteside's here. I'd like to get the lob to him. Instead, we get the dribble terminated. Kick out Jackson. Not going to get it. It's a defensive struggle. Nance to Spree. Don't want Spree shooting those. Goes right through. Spree for 3 for the Raiders. Mark Jackson to Jimmy. Over to Hassan. on with a mid-range. That rattles out. Butler, he's got a man under the basket. He hits him for the dunk. We're down by 3 points to Ex-Mortal Legends. We'd like to get Butler going from deep. Let's see if we can't get an open look. Oh, I thought it was Butler. It's a fight side. They're both 21. I knew the shot meter looked wrong once I had pulled it back. And we're down 4. Derrick Rose with his first point. All right, so we make sure it's Jimmy Butler. And we let him launch it. And it's right through. Still down a couple. We need stops and buckets. Rose loses the handle. We try to get the steal, knowing he'd have to pass out of it. Nance with the nifty finish. Mark Jackson. To Jimmy Butler. Defender's just standing there. But we don't hit the shot late on that release. And Sprewell pulls the offensive glass. Rose to Nance. And that rattles out. Jackson runs down that rebound. Butler. Sprewell's just going to watch him. We gotta try it. Rose. That is a nice card. Flies down the court. Jams it in. Now we see Sprewell's fronting up on us. Jimmy with the rise and fire off the front rim. Nance pulls the rebound over to Rose. Rose working on Mark Jackson. Kicks it out to Nance. Nance with the pump fake. He wants Derrick. Why not? It's no good. I think that would have closed it out. Don't know if for sure that it was behind the line. Looked like it. So we got Jackson. He wants to find Jimmy Butler. Butler with Sprewell guarding on him. Shot clock's getting low. Jimmy rises and fires off the front rim. Spree for 3 for the win. And it's off the rim. We're still in it. Seahawks and the Raiders. Works over to Whiteside. Whiteside with the mid-range. Diamond Derrick's got the handle. Jackson shoving him to Nance. Nance to the corner. He wants to kick it out to Latrell Sprewell. To Diamond Derrick. Back to Spree. Butler's there, watching on him. Nance for the win. He gets it. Not easy to shoot with Nance, so credit to the Raiders for knocking down some shots with the big fella. It is 35 past the hour. We will take a look at the snipe window opportunities over on the market. Depending on our MT situation after this flip, don't expect anything for 1500. So it's a little too early to try to snipe, considering we don't have much MT. Maybe after this match, we'll have a few picks and some more coins. It's Shawn Marion now. Would like to play that guy again. Would like to give him a defeat. Mario Ellie comes to play. And Kawhi Leonard. We got that Kawhi a few days ago out of a pack. Have not used it. And we're searching for matches. we see two centers and an Alvin Williams, Drummond and Lister. That Squidward dabbing is really popular this year. This guy has some gold chain unis. They're purple with blue neon trim. They got Prison Mike on them. It's a Ret squad. He fires it in transition, starting out the game. Marion to Kawhi. Mario Ellie decides to join the play. Defender jumping at us. We just dribble right around, get the dunk. We have a pretty big advantage considering it's two bigs with Alvin Williams. Here goes Alton Lister. He's going to hammer that home. Dar Ret Fire. So excited to dunk the ball, he has to stop it and go look at the box score. So we wait for the Vancouver native to rejoin us. All right, now we're going to play some blacktop, at least for a few seconds. Ellie to Kawhi. Kawhi's guarded by a center. I think it's Lister. It is. Works it over to Ellie. Back to Kawhi. Seems like he should just be going right around Lister with his speed. He finally does. Elevation sensation for Leonard in the lane. And we're going to pause the game again. Dar Ret Flyer. So much fun to just look at the box score right in the middle of the match. Drummond to Lister. Back to Andre Drummond. And he does pretty nice there with the two bigs. Creating a dunk. Hello, we see that Chaos is in the chat and watching the stream. Hope you're doing well on this Super Bowl Sunday. We get fouled with Leonard. Marion finally turns the corner on Drummond, but he's out of energy. So we decide to work the ball around. Leonard from downtown. His meter feels a bit slow, so we'll have to remember that next time we shoot it with him. Mario Ellie pulls the rebound. Oh, you're in Australia. I just did, I forgot what they call it. I did the whole AFL season with a couple friends from the poker forum that are in Australia. Tipping, we did the tipping for the whole season. I led most of the way, but lost at the end. Learned a decent amount about AFL. At least I know most of the teams now. My buddy is a Brisbane Lions fan, so that's who I like too, because my friend likes them. But didn't get to watch too many games, but that AFL, man, those guys are tough. Probably tougher than our NFL players, and just as athletic. And we keep working on his bigs. We finally get around him for a dunk. Yeah, those buddies of mine that like the AFL, they're also way into the NFL too. So I understand where you're coming from. It seems that the American games are popular over there. As a Golden State fan, I know Bogut is pretty well loved by a lot of Australians. Oh yeah, I know that you guys are good at rugby as well. I don't understand rugby very much. I learned a bit about the AFL this year and the scoring. I'm hardly an expert on it or anything now, but is kind of my first exposure to the matches and the games. And Hawthorne had a pretty good squad this year. I don't know who ended up winning the championship, to be honest, because we stopped after it got into the playoffs. But I know Brisbane did not advance. They had a bad season. Ellie, that's a wild pull. I don't know how that went in, but I like it. Oh, Western Bulldogs got it. Yeah, they were winning quite a few games too. Yeah, the Bulldogs, the first week of tipping, they beat Brisbane. I picked Brisbane because I didn't know anything and how bad they were this season. So the rest of the whole season, I'd always refer to the Bulldogs as the cheating Bulldogs because, Brisbane shouldn't ever lose. So my nickname for the Western Bulldogs is the cheating Bulldogs. Not that they've done anything on Sporting. It's over to Alton Lister to Drummond. He's going to hammer that home. So I'm sure I'm forgetting a few guys in the association that are from Australia, but I know Deladova is from Australia and Bogut. Trying to think of who else is from Australia in the NBA at this juncture. That Australian team was really good in the Olympics too. I wasn't really going for either team. I'm a Seahawks fan and the Falcons knocked us out, but then again the Patriots beat us in the Super Bowl a couple seasons ago. I would have preferred Atlanta won, but it's not like I was rooting or anything like that. I was actually happy the game got close and it got exciting there at the end. That was a monumental collapse by the Falcons and a monumental comeback by the Patriots. Oh, Simmons. Yeah, Simmons is really good. And Mills. I remember seeing Mills in the Olympics now that you mentioned him. And this guy's getting fired up. He's pausing on me when he gets to the dunk. He doesn't realize I'm talking to friends in the chat. Not taking it that seriously, but we're going to have to try to get serious on this guy if he's going to be pausing the game after a made bucket. Lister from the corner. Wow, I didn't think he had that much range. We're down by 2. I was just goading him to shoot it with him. Well, that's what I get. And Kawhi gets it smashed. This guy's fired up. Kawhi draws the foul. Oh, I didn't know Maker was from Australia. I thought he was from some smaller country because he's been getting so much hype and the YouTube videos and whatnot. Didn't realize he was Australian. So there's quite a few Australians that are in the NBA now. Ellie to Kawhi, back to Mario Ellie, and we're down just a point. So is there an Australian basketball league as well that you guys watch the games consistently on? Or is it just guys playing like in college and then going into different pro leagues internationally? And he hits the mid-range on us. We had an open look with Kawhi. That Kawhi's got a slower shot. Still haven't adjusted to it. Let's see if we can get it this time. A bit closer. And a better result. Born in Sudan. Okay, that makes sense. I thought he was from somewhere. I didn't know that it was Sudan, but all right, he drills the 2 on us. We got Ellie. Kick out to Kawhi. That's going to rattle out. He's got a shot to close us out here. This guy is bringing the troll game a bit. Lister's got it. He wants to get the little backdoor cut. We're going to get the steal instead. And it's a reach-in foul. Well, sure, but if it's starting up now, you may start seeing more players that sort of develop there, and maybe eventually they come into the league over here. Kawhi with the green release. We're tied at 14. If Kyrie went and shifted over there with all those other solid players, you guys would definitely challenge a Team USA for any Olympic tournament. That would be huge if he was to do that. And actually, it would make it a bit more sporting if he did. Obviously, Spain was pretty good a while back when the Gasol brothers were at their peak of dominance. Really looking for it too. Leonard beat the buzzer. I launched it early because I didn't want to get the violation. That's not good. He's got a shot to close out on us here. Drummond trying to play make into Lister. Out to his small, I think it's Alvin Williams. He wants to get it to Lister, and he does. Give him credit. He played pretty well. Didn't need to be pausing on us, but whatever. We'll get him next time. Yeah, that's exciting stuff for Australian basketball. And with all those young, talented players coming here, there's going to be more and more Australian kids growing up playing the game, idolizing these NBA players. So I think it's really good for the game. And of course, it's good for Australian basketball because you're going to be having more talented guys to choose from for your Olympic teams, for your leagues, before they jump over here into the NBA. So if you were to say what the number one sport in Australia is it AFL? Is it rugby? Basketball? I know you guys are pretty good at soccer as well. I remember Cahill was quite a soccer star a few years back for Australia. I'm curious what you think is the nation's number one sport. I always assumed it was AFL, but I'm certainly not there and haven't been there. So as much as I'd like to go. Oh, and it's cricket. So you guys have kids growing up playing a lot of different games, or at least having a lot of games available to them. I always think of like India and Pakistan with cricket. So AFL and rugby are basically tied for second. And here we have American rules baseball, so we almost never see cricket through any of our sports networks like ESPN. I wouldn't know anything about the scoring of it. Once in a great while, there's an amazing cricket play that'll make like the top 10 highlights of the night. You'll see somebody just making an amazing diving catch or something, but it would be nice if we got to have a little more exposure to cricket here. And it's taken a while to get us a match. We're going to back out and try it again. It's Curry, Bibby, and DeAndre Jordan. We are synced up to go and snipe. We don't have very much coins, so we'll hold off for another window. Sure like to get revenge on that guy for pause dunking on us. And we're playing against Derek Coleman, Keith Van Horn, and John Paxson. Yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen any cricket that was live other than just highlights or something on the internet about it. But as far as it just being broadcast here in the U.S., I don't remember seeing it. I know they have some huge international competitions, the Ashes, which I don't know if that's an international or if it's a league deal, but I know that's pretty popular with people that are into cricket. Bibby's got it from Jordan out to Steph. We're playing against Falcon Nuts. I don't know what he's getting at with that one. Mike Bibby. Sorry, that's Henry Bibby, Mike Bibby's dad. Lays it in. Oh, I see. So it just doesn't translate well to television, and that's the reason to get people in attendance for cricket. So the Ashes is an international tournament, okay, between Australia and England. I thought like the whole world competed in it. Shows what I know about it. I thought it was sort of the Cricket World Cup, so to speak. So Derek Coleman was one of the most talented players in the league during his day. He didn't always maximize his talent, but Coleman could shoot it, pass it. He was a big guy. He could just do everything on the floor. Nice little pick and roll action, and they get the dunk. Curry not able to turn the corner. Had an open launch there with Bibby. Thought a defender would be coming. Steph to Jordan for the Lob City dunk. Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm definitely rooting for Australia next time the two nations meet. Derek Coleman from downtown, that rattles out. Jordan scoops the rebound. Shipped him back and forth. Steph to Mike Bibby, and that rattles out. Coleman with Steph Curry on him. Jordan skies for the rebound. Let's see if we can't get Steph going. He's got Van Horn guarding him. Couple point guards with Jordan. Throw the lob to Steph, and he's not able to get that in, nor pull his own miss. Paxton, looks like that went off of Van Horn's head or something, but it's off of us. Bibby on Paxton. Paxton, the role player on the great Chicago Bulls clubs. Good outside shooter. So Bibby, he's got an open lane here. Gives it over to Steph Curry. Looks like this guy is hiding inside with Coleman. Don't blame him. You throw a skip pass, it gets intercepted. And Van Horn with the dunk. Van Horn hung around the NBA a long time. Never really lived up to his potential or hype out of college. I believe he went to Utah, and we miss off the front rim. Van Horn with the mid-range pull-up. That goes right through. We're down a couple points. I think Harden and Westbrook both have a good case, but Harden's on a winning club where the Thunder aren't doing that well, so I would have to, if I had to vote, I would probably vote for Harden, even though I'm a Golden State homer, so I would like to see, a Warriors player get it again. Obviously, Curry's gotten it a couple seasons in a row, so they probably won't put Steph in there unless he does something spectacular. And the way the team's set up, he's just not putting up insane numbers. So I think it's probably Harden with Westbrook close behind. Russell is close to averaging a triple-double every night, so that's pretty impressive as well. How about yourself? Who do you like in the MVP race at this moment? Curry from way deep. He's got extended range, so we launch it. And Thomas is who Chaos picks, and that's also a good selection. Coleman goes around DeAndre Jordan. We're down a bucket. Playing against Mr. Dr. Professional, I think it's Mr. Dr. Professional Tim. Jordan, oh, he's trying to pass it to Curry. Didn't have that aimed right. Curry had an open look. Long pass to Steph. Out to Bibby. He's out of bounds. Coleman to inbound. It's Paxton. And we get the miss shot from Paxton. Jordan pulls it, hands it off to Steph. Van Horn flying out at us. Curry's going to dunk that home. Yeah, those guys are all playing well, and I think it's really going to come down to the rest of the season. The second half, to see who finishes out strong, which teams make the playoffs. If Russell Westbrook is able to kind of carry the Thunder into a decent playoff positioning, he'll have an argument. Thomas and Kawhi, perennially good players. And Harden's having his best season. Curry, we just got to beat the buzzer. Van Horn's doing pretty well on him with the long arms in his face. Paxson with a step back, and we dodge the bullet there. Jordan's got it. Backing in on Derek Coleman. Coleman's pushing on us. And we'll get the layup. I got a feeling Golden State is going to not do so well in the postseason awards because they've been around now for a couple seasons and they've got so much hype and accolades. I think some of the writers and voters that get to determine these things may have a bit of Golden State fatigue. So I don't know that Durant's going to factor in there. I'm sure Durant and Curry will both be in the top 10, but I don't know that they're really going to have much of a shot at the award this season. And it's nice for fans of other teams to have something to celebrate too. So as much as I'd like to see those guys get it, whoever's deserving should get it. So I'll root for Golden State to get everything, but I won't expect it. Curry sets up Bibby. Defender's getting out there. And we miss again from downtown. We're having a poor shooting game. Van Horn to Derek Coleman. Paxson right on three with the mid-range. Yeah, I hope Golden State does it this year. There's a lot of good teams in the West. People just assume it's going to be like a Golden State-Cleveland rematch, but that's not necessarily going to be the teams that even get there. So hopefully they stay healthy and they do what they need to do in the playoffs. So much can go wrong, just like last night. They were playing the Sacramento Kings. Kings really battled hard. Curry had a layup at the end to win that game, and he just missed it. There was a defender there, Anthony Tolliver, but Curry really needed to make that bucket. I mean, it's one that he probably makes 90% of the time. So we pump fake. The defender comes out on us, and that's a bad miss. Curry with the rebound. In transition on Van Horn. Let's set up a shot here with Jordan. See if we can't lob it to him. Opponent's playing good D, switching around. Jordan in on Coleman. And we're down by 1 point. Paxson bringing it up court. Guarded by Mike Bibby. Out to Derek Coleman. That's a nice skip pass and a catch and shoot from Mr. Dr. Professor Tim. Curry out to Bibby, and that's in, off the back rim and through. It's all tied at 10. Seahawks and Falcon Nuts. Coleman thought he was going to be driving, wasn't watching him very closely, and he drills it from deep. Curry with Van Horn. We're trying to get Van Horn out of the way for a clean shot. Not going to happen at the moment. Cycle over to Bibby. Help defense comes. And Bibby steps out of bounds for a second time. Another turnover. Most improved this year. That's a good question. I don't really have a good guess on who I think is deserving of that award. Trying to think of some of the second year and third year guys that are having a better season, but nobody's really coming to mind at the moment. as Coleman has it to Van Horn into Paxton. We're down 3. We can't give up a 2-pointer. Having a tough match against the Falconets. Bibby's got it to Steph. Steph from deep. And we can't get it going with Curry. I don't think we've hit one with Curry. Here's Paxton for the win. We go flying out and we get the miss. Curry's got it. Van Horn and Paxton are both there. Cycles it over to Bibby. Steph from deep. Thought that was going to drop. Looked like it was online, but it's no good. Here's Van Horn. We're down by 4. Going to need a couple twos and a couple stops to get back into this. Curry to Jordan. Really didn't want the layup, but I'll take it. Having trouble getting it going from deep. He's done a really good job on the perimeter. Coleman to Van Horn. Back to Derek Coleman. We got Jordan there. We'll get the stop. Gets it over to Mike Bibby. That's a bad pass. Bibby kicks out to Curry. That's Green. And we are down by 1. Trying to complete the comeback. Yeah, I live in Central California. I'm about an hour and a half from the arena, and I've always liked Golden State since I was a little kid. A lot of people here are Lakers fans. A lot of them are Kings fans, and a lot of people just like whoever's good at that time, bandwagon hopping fans. So Curry from deep, that's no good. Jordan pulls that offensive rebound. Steph just can't hit it with Van Horn out there. Looked like the meter was pretty full. He's got a shot to win it. Paxton to Coleman. Back out to Paxton. He's setting up a little screen. Paxton with a pull-up. That's a nice looking possession. And he pulls the offensive rebound, puts it back in with Coleman. It was a good game. I wish I had got my shooting going a little bit more in that one. So, yeah, I've been a Warriors fan since the Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, and Mitch Richmond days. They used to call the team Run TMC, a play on Run DMC, the rap group from the California area as well. And the Warriors were really bad for about 20 years after that era ended. We had got Chris Webber as a rookie. He was unhappy in Golden State, forced a trade, and the Warriors were just terrible after that. It was sort of the beginning of a dark time for the team. So I just stuck with them. They were my team, so really happy they're having some success these days. It's been a long time coming for Warrior fans. So we're taking a quick look at the snipe window. Didn't expect to see anything there that cheap. I'll try to sell these one more time, and we'll get right back into play. Yeah, so I stick with my teams through good and bad. I like the Oakland A's. They haven't been good for a very long time. Everybody, or seemingly everybody in this area, is now San Francisco Giants fans. Oakland and San Francisco are just, minutes apart, separated by the Bay Bridge. And the Seahawks have had some success, not quite like New England or anything, but they've been good for a while too. So people think that, oh, you're just a bandwagon fan, but I like who I like, and those are the 3 teams I really follow. I also like the Sharks in the NHL, but I don't watch every game or anything like that with hockey. So you can see, like with my team, I have Curry and Clay and Durant because I enjoy playing with those guys. Probably should save up and buy the Amthest versions, but they cost so much coins. I'm just not that patient. So I like the Seahawks because I have a cousin that played in Seattle for the Seahawks in the 70s and 80s when I was a little boy. So I just grew up loving the Seahawks. He is retired and in the Hall of Fame. His name's Steve Largent. We are not first cousins or anything. We're just pretty distant. But when you're a kid, you're just like, oh man, that's my cousin playing. So that's the team I grew up loving. So they were bad for quite a while too, until Coach Carroll came in. And the San Jose Sharks, they got to the finals last year for the first time in their franchise history. But the Penguins prevailed pretty convincingly over San Jose. And we're searching for a match. So what teams do you root for there in Australia, here in the American leagues? And how did you come to like those teams? Was it because they were good or because of a particular player? And you're also a Sharks fan. I think they have one of the cooler looking jerseys in the NHL. Okay, so that was the first team that you ran into. And I'm backing out trying to get somebody to play against us. We got Clay, Steve Francis, and Johnson. Playing against Jason Kidd, rookie Jaylen Brown, and Jeremy Lin. Yeah, it's hard not to like Brady. The guy just wins. 6th-round pick. Nobody thought much of him when he was in college. He's defied the odds, and now he has a ring for every finger on one hand, including his thumb, with 5 championships. Just amazing. I thought for sure they were going to get blown out. And it seems like Atlanta just kind of let up a little bit there, like they were playing not to lose. And New England just seemed like they never gave up on themselves. And that combination of one team kind of getting a little nervous, trying not to choke, and the other team just coming for them. It just felt like New England was going to go down, get the tie, and then win it over overtime. And sure enough, they did. Oh, that's cool. So you went to a Warriors game. They didn't play well, but you got to go check them out. So that's pretty cool. And now they've gotten better than they were a few years back with Coach Kerr. Really kind of started with Mark Jackson, who deserves some of the credit, but they drafted well with Curry and Clay and Draymond, and Kerr went in there, changed up the offense and defense a bit, and they've been in the finals for back-to-back seasons since he's been there. Opponent's team name is Lakers. He's good at poking the ball free, as I try to give him a little shake and bake with Francis. It's 3 each. Lynn with a nice pass, and it gets dunked in on us. So Lynn's a nice card. We got him as a reward. I think it was last week when that Chinese New Year challenge was out. Clay is guarded by Jason Kidd. And this guy's poking the ball free again. Thompson hits the mid-range baseline shot. So if you came 7 years ago, it's probably Don Nelson or Keith Smart was the head coach at that time. They weren't winning too much at that juncture. And he hits it from the corner. Oh, yeah, Kobe and the Lakers really had our number for numerous years. So it's nice to be the best team in California for a while, at least. Working the ball around. Thompson's got the handle. Gets poked free. Francis not able to hit that shot. This guy's really good at grabbing a defender, not leaving anybody open, just like I did here with Lynn. Solid player. Yeah, I think the Clippers are a bit better than LA, and that's been probably for maybe 5 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons at least. That the Clippers have been the best show in Los Angeles, and I can't remember the Clippers ever being really the better team until recently. So everything's kind of reversed right now. As far as the NBA in California, the Kings were really good in my late teens and early 20s. It seemed like everybody had a Mike Bibby jersey or a Chris Webber jersey, and how nobody claims to be a Kings fan. It's like everybody's a Golden State fan. I know a lot of these people flip back whenever the fortunes change, but that's just the way fans are. A lot of them want to back a winner. We get a dunk with Francis. Jason Kidd has it. 2-man game with Lynn. Shooter in the corner. We run over and block the pass with our back. It goes out of bounds. He's been running that play a little bit, so we try to guard against it. Out to Jason Kidd. Kidd played at Cal Berkeley and is from Oakland. Always thought Kidd would end up with the Warriors at some point in his career, but he never did make it over there. The outlet pass is disrupted by Jeremy Lin. Lin started out with the Warriors as well. He signed as a rookie free agent. Golden State only kept him for his first season. Right, and the Patriots, they have lots of fans tonight, and they've had a lot of fans for the last 15 seasons or so because they've been so good. That is really a true dynasty for them to be so dominant in Brady's era. Credit to him and Belichick. Lynn's got the handle. Shot clock is getting very low, and he gets it up just in time. Ticks the iron. Klay Thompson pulls that rebound. We try to go for the little bank shot out the window, and he gets a nice block on us. Yeah, I mean that's especially being in another country, man. I mean, you got to just pick out a team that's playing well and that's exciting, and then that's your club, even if they fall down after a while, because you had the good times watching them at their peak. But I think as long as Belichick's coaching, that guy has a system. He gets players to buy in and play hard. Players change and guys come and go, but they're just always consistently right there year after year. Don't know what it'll be like when Brady finally retires, but the guy's 39 and he's still an elite quarterback, really putting in the work to stay healthy, watching what he eats, working out hard. So I wouldn't be shocked if Brady doesn't play another 4 or 5 seasons, well into his 40s. And Brown hits it from the corner. We're down a point. Francis against Lynn. Klay Thompson. He's got a step out to Francis. Klay from deep. Oh, we pulled that a little. I thought the meter being full enough would let us get the make. Big shot. He's got the backdoor cutter. We're down 2. And we did get to see them without him those first few games. They had Garofalo, then he went down, and they had the third string kid. I can't even remember his name now. And they just kept on winning, and Belichick's able to game plan for not having one of the best players in all of the NFL and still find a way to win games. So that was pretty impressive. I don't know that they would have, won games in the playoffs without Brady, but just to get through the regular season, they could have easily started out 0-4 and had a bad season just because of it. But they didn't. They hung in tough. So Belichick deserves all the credit for that. And Clay can't hit. It's out to Johnson. And that's going to rattle around and off for us. Having a little bit of trouble with the shot stick. Not making them tonight from deep. We're down 3. Oh, yeah, Bressett. That's right. And that guy seemed like he was pretty athletic. And would have been interesting to see him through a whole season. Because it seemed like Belichick would have found a way to use the more mobile quarterback, where Brady's just a classic drop back passer, doesn't run around too much. But Belichick, man, it's just whoever he's got, he game plans for them, and they just win and win. I thought my Seahawks were going to get him a couple of years ago. Malcolm Butler came up with a clutch interception at the end. Tonight, I thought for sure they're going to lose. They're down by 25 points in the third quarter, and they just keep chipping back in, even after the missed extra point. You know, you think things like that can just kind of get the team down. Everything's going against them. They just kept fighting. And Fresh to Death is here in the stream. We're doing our thing, Fresh, playing blacktop, trying to win some games. Going to do some sniping through the rest of the evening, or try to, and then at the end probably rip some packs. I played a game with that Sapphire Levine. That card was sick, like you told me it would be. And it's 13 all. 2-pointer would wrap it up. Jason Kidd is on the handle. He's calling for a screen. Feed the big fella. And we foul. We didn't want that kick out pass to end the game. Okay, Chaos, we'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy your dinner. Appreciate the chat. And I get dunked on by Tableside Spoon. 14-13 ball game. Steve Francis has it. Out to Clay. To Johnson. And we don't hit. We're wide open. He had the big guy underneath, not guarding anybody. Kid for the win. And we're fortunate he doesn't hit that. It was a very good look. And Fresh is on a snow day. So I got a feeling he'll be playing a lot of 2K. Or whatever else he wants. Johnson from deep. Shot clock was down. Had to launch it too far behind the basket. Or behind the line. Kid. And that's going to rattle in. 3 losses in a row. Doesn't feel good. We're going to turn it around on the next match. It's 120. Let's see if we can find a Ruby that doesn't belong out there after we flip this card over. Getting a lot of points this evening. We'll do this real quick. There's probably nothing there at 2100. But you don't know unless you check. And there's nothing there at that price. So we got Kevin Durant next up. He's going to play with Paul George. That is a good card. And it spins around. Landing on a gold. And it's Daniel Booby Gibson. So we got shooters all around. We just need to shoot. We're searching for matches. And we're playing hoops. He's got Curry, McDyess, and Jason Richardson. Not the guy you want to see when you're on a losing streak. But we'll see what we can do. We got shooters as well, so we'll need to dig in and play serious basketball if we're going to have any shot against Fresh to Death. And we're waiting for it to load up. Good luck. I'll need it, buddy. Good luck to you as well, but you have skill on your side. Seahawks and Hoops about to tip it off. Here we go. Gibson bringing it up court around Curry. Kick out to George. That's a green one. To start it off. I think that McDyess can shoot a little bit, so I can't slack off of him too much. Jay Rich from downtown. We'll get the rebound. George working on McDyess. He gets a step, and he goes around for the dunk. The poster boy for 2K. Don't know why they didn't just make it Kobe. Well, there is a Kobe version, I guess. We lose track of Richardson, and Fresh to Death isn't going to miss when he's open. Even if it's DeAndre Jordan that he's got, he'll knock it in on you. Gibson kicks it out to George. Curry's running out. Pulled it on the shot stick, but it still goes through for us. Steph with a leaning fadeaway. Oh, I don't know how he hits those shots, but he does. And the lead gets cut to just a single point. George inside, out to Durant. And that's no good. Need to make those when you play against Fresh. Jay Rich cycles over to McDyess. Curry's got it. Back out to Richardson. Curry to McDyess. And Paul George gets a block on the bigger player. Curry slaps it away. It's inside to Durant for the slam dunk. Steph's got it. Working on Gibson. Out to Antonio. Jay Rich has it. And we commit the foul on McDyess. Antonio to Richardson. Jay Rich from downtown. Paul George gets the rebound for us. Curry flying out. It's over to Durant. Cycles it to George. And we're late with the shot stick. We've had a couple looks here that we need to make when we play against Fresh. I'm surprised that didn't drop. With Curry, Richardson, we're flying out at him. And we get a stop. KD over to George. Back to KD. And he gets fouled and gets the N1 with a layup. Curry's got it. Goes behind the defender and his teammate, creating a little space. Launching from deep. We got it to Boobie Gibson. He kicks it out to Paul George. George on McDyess. Over to Durant. And we take the dunk. Curry. We're trying to get into his personal space, but he hits it anyways from deep. It's a long one-pointer. Gibson kicks it over to George. That's a green release. And it's a 5-10 match. Can never sleep on Fresh to Death City, though. He scores them in bunches. Curry rattles it out. Curry's up in the backcourt looking for the steal. George, he's a little out of energy here, so we let him try to catch his breath. Kick out to Durant. Over to George, to Gibson. Gibson hounded by Curry. Gibson tried to dunk it. I thought he would just lay that in on the right-hand side. That would have probably been the smarter shot. Steph from way back. That would have been a dagger and a half. Durant's got it. Curry and J. Rich converge on Durant. Gibson just trying to dribble through Curry's backside. Over to Durant. Durant to the hole. He gets taken away by McDyess. Here's Richardson to Curry. Curry running behind the line just like he does in the NBA, and he drills it just like real life. Nice shot from Fresh. Offense going a little cold for me. Here's Durant. That's way offline. Curry. Back to Steph. J. Rich. And it's a 1-point game. Here we go. Gibson's got it. Curry's there. To George. Dice is lurking. I thought he had the block for a minute when I didn't see the ball. Steph's got it. George is there hounding. Back out to Curry. Gibson just got caught in no man's land. And we dodge a bullet. Here's KD. Tosses it over to George. That's a silly lob. Hits the backboard. Dice bringing it up to Richardson. Curry launching from deep. And we're all fighting for the glass. Durant. That's a green release. And it is a tough match here with hoops. He's got Curry off the chain. Fade away. Thought that was dropping. Booby Gibson to Paul George. Gibson thought Curry was slacking off of him enough to fire. Not the case. To J. Rich. Cycle out to Curry. And he rattles it in on us. Gibson's got it. Jump pass to George. Out to Gibson. And it rattles out. Wide open look. Late release. Curry, we're jumping at him. We know what's going to happen. It goes right through. Nice spacing. Used Richardson to kind of shield. Here's KD. And we can't hit the closeout shot again. Got to make them when you play against Fresh. J. Rich to the hole. I thought you were going to kick out, so I was going away from it. And we're down after we had a few shots to get the victory. Durant to Gibson to George. Back to Gibson. It's offline, but it goes in. And it's a tough match with hoops, as always. Here goes Curry. He shoots that fadeaway so well. George gets the rebound. He whips it over to Kevin. And we get the victory. Man, that's tough against you, Hoops. Always a good game. Thanks, buddy. My adrenaline goes up a little bit when we're in a tough one. It's either a tough game and it goes down to the end, or he blows me out. So I sneak away with that one. McDice, not much of a shooter. If he has 3 shooters, the outcome is going to be a lot different. We flip over Delon right. Board resets. We see the big prizes are out there. We got 2 of the 3. We need McHale. We get a contract. And a head card. Let's play one more before we start really trying to snipe, because we don't have very much coins. And we'll just keep our coins through the evening unless we're buying cards to flip, or if we see something we really like for us to keep. LeBron's first teammate is a golden player. It's Alan Crabb from the Portland Trailblazers. And we get an emerald. I think that's Horace Grant. It is. We're heading into the matchmaking. If you're watching and you like a follower, please hit follow. I will definitely follow you back. And we're searching for a match. And we'll see if it's fresh or if it's someone else. Couldn't really tell. It is fresh. He's got Sharunas, Will Purdue, and Ricky Pierce. We know Sharunas is going to be bombing it. So each team has a big, a 2 guard, and a small forward. Seems like it should be fair, but you only think that unless you have not played against Fresh. And he's dropping fadeaway 2s and 3s on you, depending on the format. And we're just waiting on it to load up here on the rematch. Over to Crab, Braun, spots up, and hits from the baseline corner. Pierce, he's got an open lane, he'll dunk that home. LeBron's got it, working on Marshallonis. Pierce to Marshallonis. I thought it was Will Purdue for a second. I wasn't worried, and then I got very worried. Crab's got it to Horace Grant. Grant's got a little bit of a meter in the corner. Not much, but a little bit. Ball cycling around. Ricky Pierce to Sharunas. Will Purdue pulls that rebound. We foul him and block it as he goes for the dunk. Put back. Will Purdue over to Sharunas. And that goes out on the on the layup shot attempt. Crab working on Ricky Pierce. Out to Braun. Shot clock getting low. Crab's just got a hoist, and he banks it in for us. Rooney with the ball over to Pierce, and Ricky Pierce sinks it on us. Never had much luck shooting with Ricky Pierce in this game, but I'm not fresh to death, so I just do my best. LeBron, hand off to Crab. Everybody is in the paint for a moment. Then LeBron loses the handle. Sharunas, he's got Pierce underneath. For the lay-in, it's 4 each. Braun takes the inbounds. He's working on the Lithuanian. And LeBron gets the dunk. Purdue was lurking to help out on the shot block. Rooney's got the handle. And LeBron gets the steal. Horace Grant out to LeBron. Marciulionis guarding on LeBron James. And he fouls him. Looking to get a steal. And LeBron gets the right-handed hammer. Marciulionis to Purdue. Purdue from downtown. Rims out. Crab to LeBron. We got 2 number 23s here. Crab to the rack. Gets that dunk to go in for him. Haven't seen Indian jacking by the thread in a while. By the stream, I should say. He is a Blazer fan. Told us that he was going to go fishing, and we haven't seen him since. It's been about a week. Hope he's okay. Horace Grant gets the rebound over to Crab. Out to LeBron. Marciulionis is there. Purdue is lurking. Try to get it to Crab. Pierce slaps that away. Crab on the reload after LeBron finds the handle. Marciulionis transition 2. You know where that's going. LeBron's got it. Working on Sharunas. He rises for the dunk. If you were watching the last game, you know the scoreline doesn't matter. Hoops almost came back from a similar deficit for the victory. And Purdue knocks it down. I had a feeling he was going to pull that on me at some point because he shot one with him earlier. He must have known something that I don't. I feel like I can just leave Purdue. Not against Fresh at F City, you can't. LeBron to Crab. And that goes out of bounds. And it was off Marciulionis. Crab for the bailout. It's too late. James steals the inbound. And my son is getting upset. I think he needs a fresh diaper. So I'll be pausing after this one for a little bit to get him all squared away. James from deep. It goes through for us. It's 8-12. Marciulionis, I'm messing around with LeBron. Can't do it. And I give my son his pacifier. Try to finish up this match. LeBron working on Rooney. Sharunas holds his own there. Crab trying to get a step on Pierce. LeBron in on the help defense. It's no good. Marciulionis to Purdue. Cycles it out to Pierce. Pierce kick out to Purdue from deep again. And we miss, or get the miss from our opponent. We're lucky that he didn't hit that one again. And LeBron gets us a dunk. My son doing color commentary, and he's using some colorful language saying, "Dad, hurry up. I want some milk. I want a fresh diaper." Purdue sinks it. Crab takes the inbounds to LeBron. Hand off to Crab. Seems like everybody is in too close to each other. We kick it out to Alan Crab. He's working on Pierce. Not going to get it there. LeBron, little double clutch layup. That goes in for us. Marshall Lonis. We got everybody running at him. Crab to Horace Grant. To LeBron. And we get the victory. Good game, Hoops. I will be rejoining the stream here as soon as the little guy is all satisfied and closing his eyes. I think it's diaper and snack time, so it might be 5 minutes, it might be 15. I'll make it as quick as I can. Keep an eye on the chat while I have it paused. We get 1 point. 200 MT. And another point. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes. I may log into Snipe as I'm feeding him as well. And my son drank his milk. He just seems content watching me as he goes back to sleep. We are looking for a matchup. And we're playing against Fresh. It's got Kid, Oakland, and Ori. Playing against Ginge Nation. We've played this guy a few times in the last few nights. We kick it out for 3. Paxton doesn't hit. And we're on defense with Pierce. Kid working on Zeke. He's got the cutter going backdoor on us. Late reaction, and it's a dunk the other way. Isaiah to Paxton, back to Zeke. He tries to flip it in with the left hand, and he will. Kid's got it. Paxton gets a hand on it. Paxton gets the steal. It's out to Pierce. That rattles out. Had a little hip with Paxton and tried to throw it ahead to Pierce, thinking he'd be up for the dunk, but he spaced out. And we slap it away with Paxton. He's active early, getting his hand on the ball. Ori working on Paxton. He's got a height advantage, and he's going to lay that home. Isaiah takes the inbounds. He's got Paxton spacing out. And we're not hitting that one either from that right corner. Kid to Oakland to Ori, who is way out of bounds. Inbounds to Isaiah. Isaiah to the bucket off the window. Out to Jason Kidd. Pierce gets that rebound. Over to Isaiah. Trying to get it to Pierce for the lay-in. Jason Kidd working on Zeke. Ball's hopping around. Isaiah. It wasn't Isaiah, it was Pierce knocking it free. And Isaiah Thomas gets fouled. Wide open there for a second, just kind of slowed up. And Kidd is able to commit the foul, preventing the lay-in. It's over to Pierce. Pierce trying to draw the defense and set up a shooter. Over to Isaiah. Shot clock's getting down. He hits the and one as he gets fouled with a baseline jumper from about 15 feet. Opponent has the Golden State slate jerseys on tonight. We have on the black Chinese New Year celebration jerseys. Golden State wears those slates every Saturday night. Paxton's got it. To Pierce. Back to Paxton. Isaiah spaces out, launches, and it rattles in. Try to get that steal. Instead, it's a nice little spin and layup for the big fella from the Knicks. Thomas has it over to Paxton. Working on Ori. Over to Pierce. Pierce working on the slower defender. Kicks it out to Paxton. It's going to be Pierce from the top of the key. And that Pierce slow shot meter, just don't have the timing with it. It's another early release, another miss. Ori from downtown to tie it. And we get a missed shot from our opponent. Here's Paxton. Pull up, 2-pointer. Bang. Kid on the handle. Working on Pink Diamond, Isaiah Thomas. Over to Ori. Out to Oakland. To Kid. To Quinn. He's going to get the dunk. Paxton, we hit a 2 with him last possession. My opponent was looking for it and not going to allow it again. Isaiah working on Kid. Kicks it over to the shooter. Pierce. Shot clock is low. Paxton, he's just got to get it up. And it's no good. Oakland can hit that shot, and he does. And it's just a 1-point ball game here. Ging Nation against the Seahawks. Guy is a good player. Always gives us a solid game. Pierce to Isaiah. Trying to spring somebody free here. He's doing a good job of not breaking down defensively. It's to Thomas in the corner. And he drains it. Isaiah's got 7 of our points here. Facing Kid. He's running to the corner. And he, with good reason, he's going to knock it in. I think that was a long 1-point shot. Impressive confidence to go and do that. Pierce, we try to wait on that shot. And it's good this time. We're up by 4. Kid's got it. He's working on Isaiah. We don't have the height to really stop Oakland in the post if he gets good position. Up 3 with the ball. It's over to Isaiah. He gets past Jason Kidd. He'll lay that up off the glass. And he is on the ground looking for a call. Kidd in transition. He's not waiting for Isaiah to get up. He's going to go get a layup of his own. Isaiah throws a skip pass to Paxton. That's a bad pass. Easy interception. Kidd out to Ori. Back to Jason. Turns and misses. Paxton for the victory. And it doesn't go for us. Front rim and off. Kidd try to get the steal there. We're late. It's out to Oakland. We know he can shoot it. We know Isaiah can steal it. Don't throw that pass around, Isaiah. Pierce is going to get a dunk. And we can close out with any shot next time we get the ball. As long as that shot goes in. Kidd behind the back. Isaiah doesn't like getting shown up. He's out of energy though, so he's going to pass this over to Ricky. Back to Isaiah. Isaiah. Jump pass to Pierce. Out to Paxson. Shot clock's getting down. Isaiah for the victory. And it rattles on the front of the rim twice. Then flops over it. Doesn't drop. Here is a steal opportunity. Kid hustles it down. Ging Nation staying in this game. Into Ori. Paxson with a good defense, but not good enough. And we do not want to keep him in this game. If he gets another possession, he could send it to 14 each. It's out to Pierce. We wanted Pierce to get by for the dunk there. Not the case. Call for a Paxton screen. Try to shoot the fadeaway jumper. I thought that was going to go in for a second. It's off the front of the rim. Out to Ori. Wild pass. We get the ball back. Opponent had a chance to tie up this match. Instead, we get a chance to close off the turnover. Called for the cutter. That didn't happen. Pierce seems to be the one getting left open. Not what we want. Paxson. That was offline. How many chances are we going to get? Big shot Bob. I think he had a foot on the line. And it misses anyways. Isaiah. Best player that we have. Best player on the court. He slides past Kid. Defense is there. Pierce from deep. And finally we rattle one home. Multiple closeout possessions before we get one to go. We'll head to the pick board, and then we will head to the auction house looking for an Amthest that isn't Havlicek or Kersey. We flip a card. It's a golden contract. Give it to Jimmy. We get hit with a technical foul. And another gold. This time it's an arm. We got 28.50 in NT. We are late. There was something really great out there. Probably got picked over now. But we'll take a look. Havlicek, Reggie Lewis, Hershey Hawkins for 28. I don't know. Is Hershey worth getting? Don't think he goes for a whole lot. I'll make some coins on him. If we ever get to purchase it. Taking forever, it might already be gone. That's not how you snipe, folks. Gotta be faster. Alright, let's see what Hawkins does go for. I don't think he goes for a whole lot more than that. There's none at 36. There's none at 41. Maybe because I'm doing it wrong. No. Is there any at 5? No. You know, I've seen this Hawkins around quite a bit. There's none at 6 grand. Alright, so Hawkins goes for 6,100. We could flip for a profit. Would like to play with it once because I'm just that sort of a guy. Let's take a look at what we just got. Let's send it to our collection so we don't accidentally quick sell this thing. So Hershey, we're going to add him to the collection for now. That was a nice snipe. I remember that card not going for so much in the past. It seems like people are buying it up now for some reason. Maybe the Sixers were in the historic packs and they're popping up. So let's just put him in. This is just a garbage lineup. He's got quite a bit of red. Outside shooting. Pretty good range. 3-point scoring is A+. We'll flip him over. This is when Hershey was 30 years old. I want to look at that 3-point shooting. And then we'll get into some more play. So we get a Ruby Hawkins in the stream. Where is that at? Okay, 3. Pointer. Bump, bump. These are tendencies. Come on, attributes. I must have gone past it. Driving dunk. All right, there it is. Open 3, he's got 89. Contested, 88. And off the dribble, 84. His badges include corner specialist, mid-range Deadeye, deep range Deadeye, limitless range, and catch and shoot. So we'll give Hawkins a try later on, see how he plays. Might not be tonight unless we get a reset card because we just got started here with this group. I'm leaning towards keeping it. I don't know why I'm hoarding so many cards. One of these days, maybe All-Star Weekend, I'll sell off a lot of the collection because it takes so long to get any rewards through it. We get Isaiah Thomas. And we get Isaiah Ryder. So we got double Isaiahs here. And we're going to play another game. And we're searching for a matchup. Reggie Lewis was out there for pretty cheap as well. I think the Lewis doesn't go for as much as Hawkins. And it's taken a bit to find us a game. Yeah, it's taken a while to find us a match. We just sit and wait. And we're just waiting on a matchup. Let's back out and try it again. We got the two Isaiahs with James Harden. We're still searching for somebody to come and play. Taking a bit to find somebody here late in the evening. We're looking for a match. Want to grind out some more MT and look for that diamond Kevin McHale. Try going back into it, see if that helps. $2K slow playing us. Not letting us get after it here. And this is taking forever as we wait for someone to come play. Can't believe it. It's not like our team is super stacked, so I don't think that's preventing it. Just waiting on a opponent. And here we go. We got a player. Who is it? Let's see, Las Vegas Kings with J.R. Smith, Phil Jackson, and Isaiah Thomas is going to meet his twin on the other end with us as well. We got J.R., Isaiah Ryder, and James Harden rounding out our squad. Kings has some unusual, original uniforms. Seem to run into him just about every night here. here, or the past week or so. And he usually gives us a tough matchup. It's dub or die. Isaiah out to Ryder. And that's good. We can slack off Phil Jackson. He does hit some 2-pointers, but not super easy to shoot with him. So we'll take our chances. Ryder pulls the rebound over to Harden. I was trying to kick that out at the last second, but wasn't to be. J.R. Smith with a step back. And we pull the rebound. Ryder with the ball. He's got Phil Jackson. We're going to let Ryder get his energy up and try to take on Phil. Phil looking like the triangle offense professor, not an NBA player on that possession. Isaiah Thomas to J.R. Smith. That Silver can shoot it, and it goes in. Harden gets fouled. Timo the Titan. Waiting for the inbound. Isaiah guarding himself. J.R. Smith doing pretty well there. Shot clock's down low. I just noticed it. That was me just zoning out. My fault completely. Give away possession, and they tie it up on us. Odd, I think my Thomas has a head. Okay, they both have a headband. It's just that his matches the team uniform, so you don't really notice it as much. Harden draws a foul on Smith. It's late night, a little tired. Getting adjusted to my wife being back to work. It's her first week back. She's going to be off for a few days, so I'll be rested up a little better. As she can watch our son, and I can play some games, do some work at home as well. Isaiah blocks himself. Passes out to Ryder. And that goes off J.R. Smith. Out of bounds. And we got 11 seconds to shoot it. Isaiah Thomas. Out to Harden. To Thomas. And that hits the front rim and out. Late on the release. Smith to Thomas. He can't hit with him either. Out to J.R. Smith from deep. And that's no good. Phil Jackson, the tallest man on the court, pulling rebounds. Smith with a ball fake goes to his happy place, apparently, but he doesn't hit. Harden out to Thomas, trying to get the timing down, and we do. At least we get it down enough to make the shot. We're up by 3 points. Smith with it. Calling Phil over for the screen. We lunge out at the last second, and he misses. Oh, we turn it over with the out of bounds reception. Isaiah Thomas and his twin knock each other out for a moment. Phil Jackson cutting back door. Isaiah to Isaiah for the layup. Smith from downtown. We lunged out there, but he hits it. Phil Jackson with a nice shot block. Smith again. And we're down by a point. Smith with 6 points here in this game. Ryder has the open look. It's green and good. Phil Jackson to Smith. He wants to keep firing it with him. And why not? He's got it on lock from downtown. Isaiah Thomas goes around himself. Kicks it over to Harden. Defense is back. And we don't hit the two-pointer to get the lead. Smith to Jackson. Kick out to Isaiah Thomas. This guy's letting it fly from deep, and he's drilling them all on us. And he has to pause. All right. Isaiah Thomas to Harden. Harden over to Ryder. Ryder to Isaiah Thomas again. Ryder from deep. That's good. We pull within a point. Jackson gets the dunk. As we didn't want to surrender another two. Not that we want to give up dunks either, but. So Phil is on Harden. Defensive switch here. Kick out to Ryder. Ryder loses the handle. Thomas. That's no good. We pull the offensive rebound. Get it back out to Thomas, our playmaker. Ryder from deep. We measured it up a little too long. Jackson gets out there, and we get stopped. Here goes Jackson again. And we get enough defense to get the stop, and we get fouled from behind by Timo the Titan. Inbounds, Jackson. We kick it over to Harden. And we lose the handle trying to set up Harden from deep. He steals it back, though. And then we get a reach-in foul on our opponent. Smith to inbound. Out to Ryder. That is a cold spot for him. And that was a cold shot for us. Phil's got it. Thomas slaps it away. And then it gets deflected out of bounds. Phil on the handle. Over to Ryder and Smith for the closeout. That was a good game. Didn't go the way we wanted. Let's get in a few more tonight. Next flip reveals another tech. We see the board. These falling cards are in the deck, amongst others. We got one of those cards right now. It's Mike Finley. Play with John Barry. We see Chaos is back. Hope you had a good dinner. Down under, coming to us from Australia, we get the Rifleman, Chuck Pearson, Ruby card. While you were gone, Chaos, I sniped Hershey Hawkins for 2,800. Sells for about 6,100 on the market. There wasn't too many out there. I have seen that card for quite a bit lower, but haven't seen it for a while, so we bought it, and we're going to use it, see how we like it. But first, the lineup will have to reset, so it may be tomorrow night. Hawkins was a good outside shooter, played for the Philadelphia 76ers. We're searching for a match. We just took the loss against Dub or Die. It's taken a while to find matches as we get late into the evening. And we're just stuck here waiting for it to pair us up. Look at the club one more time and try restarting the matchmaking. Sometimes it gets us into it a little faster. We'll see our team before we see our opponent. Playing against Danny Green, Rick Horn, and Isaiah Thomas. And here we go. This guy is all whited out. It's French toast. Miami 831. He's got Thomas in the corner. That's going to rattle home. Chuck Pearson inbounds it to John Barry. Out to Pearson. Barry from the corner. That goes through for us. Dribbling around. Got it to his silver he brought. He's got Thomas in the corner again. Can't keep letting him get that open. This time we dodge the 2-point shot. Pearson has it into John Barry. Back out to Pearson. Let's get Finley involved. Well, try to get Finley involved and we turn it over. Brings it up with the big fella. Over to Green, we get the easy steal. Barry saw that all the way. Finley from deep. That's no good. Oh, it wasn't Finley. Excuse me, that was Pearson. Ball cycling around. Isaiah Thomas has control of it. He's got the bigger man Pearson on a defensive switch. Shot clock is running down. Gives it into his big fella to post up. And he finishes over us in the low block. Pearson to Barry. Out to Finley. Opponent's doing pretty well considering the talent discrepancies that we have to our advantage. Pearson out to Finley. Barry's just got a launch, and that's not going to rattle in. We commit the reach-in foul. We'll have to do better offensively if we're going to get a victory here. Isaiah working on John Barry, son of Rick Barry, brother of Brent, Scooter, and Drew. All played college basketball and all played some NBA or professional hoops. We get a steal. He steals it back. We get another steal, but we're going out of bounds with it. So it's over to French toast. And French toast is delicious, especially with some syrup. Isaiah kicks out to the big man. I don't think he has the range. Pearson pulls the rebound to Barry, to Finley. That's up and in. We flip the lead to our advantage. Miami 8-3-1 has the handle, calls for a screen, kicks it to his big, over to, I believe it's Gerald Green, his silver card. Shot clock is getting deep. He doesn't see it. We will get it on the shot clock violation. Barry's got it. Working on Thomas. Good defense is presented to us. So we get it over to Finley. He's able to rise and get the little right hand push to go. So that is Rick Mahorn. I know I read it off, but I'd already forgotten. So Mahorn is not an outside shooter. We will just double team and clog the paint with Pearson. Goad him to shoot it with Mahorn if he wants to let Mahorn launch from deep. And he wants to bring it in with Mahorn. One of the Detroit Piston bad boys, Rick Mahorn. Shot clock's running down on him. And that's another violation by French toast. John Barry on the handle. Over to Pearson. Barry with a little rub on the defender. Gives Finley all the space he needs. Elevation with the left hand dunk. Seahawks on top of French toast by 3 points. He wants to make Mahorn the central part of his offense. We're going to let him. He's got the kick out for Thomas. We're out there trying to harass, and we get the rebound. Pearson bringing the ball up court. He is out of energy. So we're going to call him over to get in the way. Give Finley a little room. Over to Barry. Out to Finley. Shot clock's getting low. Finley's going to rise. Good defense. It's off the front rim. To Mahorn. Back to Green. We hack him with Michael Finley. Get a look at those uniforms. Thought those were custom. They actually look like Nugget uniforms. Man, that all white isn't a good look if they are Nugget uniforms. Finley's got it. Cycle out to Pearson. That hits the back rim and drops in for us. 8-3 Seahawks and French toast. We just need a little bacon, maybe some hash browns, milk and orange juice. Maybe OJ Mayo can play for French toast. Here's Isaiah. He gets past the defenders. High floater right through the rim. Touching nothing but the bottom of the net. John Barry's got it. John Barry loses it. Isaiah Thomas with the steal. We block it out of bounds. And we rebound it, apparently, as I see the MT credit. But we also take it out of bounds. Pearson with the steal. Pearson's going to lay this in, I think. Yes, it goes through. We're up by 5. We want 3 picks, not 1. We get another still with Pearson. Chaos approves. Pearson from the corner. It's through. French toast. Acting like burnt toast. He doesn't want to bring the ball up. Now he decides he wants to play. To Mahorn. Back to Isaiah Thomas. Mahorn from downtown. Oh my goodness. Didn't think Mahorn could hit that. But he does. We'll give him a little bit more respect on defense. Ball cycles around. Here goes Finley. Finley wants somebody to help him get rid of Green. Finley tried to get to the hole there. Green did well to wall him off. Isaiah Thomas. He's trying to cut into the lead, knocking down 2-pointers on us. John Barry with the backdoor cut. Left hand layup is good. We are doubling up our opponent. 6 to 12. And just like that, he gets the lay-in. Green to Thomas. John Barry's got it. Kicks it out to Finley. Back to Barry. Barry's going to dunk this home. Barry works for ESPN. I think he calls a few games and is just a talking head personality for the network. We have a shot to close out now with a 2. If we can get somebody open. If not, we'll just take what we can get. Finley. Green is pretty athletic. He's done a good job of keeping Finley in check. Pearson cutting. Pearson dunking. And it is a 7-point ball game. Inbounds to Thomas. Calls for a screen. Hides behind Pearson. Hides behind Mahorn. But it's not good. Kick out to Barry. Barry wants to dunk this, and he will. Right hand cram over Gerald Green. We get 185 MT. And we're going to go pick something off the board. See what we get. We don't have much MT because we bought Hershey Hawkins. Should probably sell it. But have fun knowing that I have those cards in case there is some type of challenge for any particular club. We get some garbage on our picks, and it continues with more garbage. 2 bronze healing and a tech. Here's Jimmy Butler. We look through the board. We see a couple diamonds. We'd like to play with one, but it's going to be gold instead. And that's Rudy Gay. And we got one more pick. We try to get that Amthest card. We get a emerald. It's Byron Scott. So this is a nice little group. Everybody can shoot it. We're all pretty athletic. We're heading in now for another matchup. We wouldn't mind some more French toast. We get to see our squad first. And our opponent's got Diamond Alex English, Derek Favors, and rookie Chris Webber. Don't remember playing against that English, so we'll see how that goes. Should be a good card and a good match. He's got a golden T for his logo. against Teen Titans with a little bit of weird spelling. Top of the top, 23 is the gamer tag. Butler pulls that rebound. Pull up, 2-point shot. Knocks it right home. We're going to have Rudy Gay guarding Favors defensively. At least starting out that way, see how that goes for us. He's got a man cutting, and that is Favors with the dunk. So it looks like English is guarded by Byron Scott. So we'll see how Scott does if he needs help. Over to Jimmy Butler. Thought Butler had the corner turned, so I jumped up with him. He did not, so we kicked out the pass. Byron Scott tried to dunk it. He got fouled by C-Web and was able to get that to float in, rattling around for 1 point. English with the handle. He goes right by Scott. That might be a problem. Gay inbounds to Scott. Scott in transition. He's going to kick it out to Gay. I thought he was going to be behind the 2-point arc, so I kind of messed up the shot. Butler stays where we want him, although he doesn't make that shot. English in transition. Butler lunging out. Not able to stop it. There goes Jimmy. Ties up the game. We're going back and forth with a quick pace. English, quite a card. Kicks it over to Favors. I guess Favors can shoot it a little bit. Rudy Gay pulls that rebound to Byron Scott. Scott guarded by the diamond of our opponent. Lob to Rudy Gay. He hangs on the rim a bit. And we take a 1-point lead. It's over to Favors. I thought he was going to launch from deep again. Instead, Favors just goes right to the rim for the dunk. Scott on the handle. Ball's moving around nicely. Butler had a dunk, but it got blocked. Good defense. I think Chris Webber got the block. Webber working on Butler. We come in double. Here's Favors. We have a hand up on Favors. Jimmy pulls that rebound. Jimmy in transition. Wanted to pulled up a little too deep. And it's a missed shot. Here's Favors backing in on Rudy Gay. And that's a nice little spinning fade. We're down by 1. And I saw that was actually Webber, not Favors. Cycling the ball around. Playing hot potato with it. But we need to make these shots when we get open looks from deep. English in on Gay. It's going to slowly slide off the rim. Alex English has the talent advantage on Scott. We're trying to help out a little bit, but not break down the defense too much. English converts again. Scott inside. Gay from 2-point line. It's offline. And we're down 2, playing defense, looking to rally. And he just backs us down and dunks on us. So I think Webber is guarded by Butler. Webber's not a great outside shooter, so I may start using Jimmy defensively so I can try to help out with some double teams. That's Ricky Webber, not the Ruby version of him. He gets the shot block on us, though. That's twice he's blocked. Butler dunks, and he cuts to the hole. We're down by 4. We got to get something going. Oh, and it's a turnover. We block it and get possession again. Gay to Scott, and it's knocked out of bounds. Rudy Gay is going to get the dunk on Favors. English. He's been getting the better of Byron Scott. We got Butler there, but Butler is not able to recover on Weber, who comes in and gets the layup. Opponent's playing real well, not making mistakes, putting pressure on us. Jimmy from deep, and that goes through, cutting the lead in half. 2 points. English tries to take it in on us, and he does. Lots of contact. Still finishes. That diamond is a nice card. It glitches, slows down on me. I don't know if that was internet or what happened there, but that was really weird. And a bad turnover. Butler in the corner. He's keeping us around, giving us a little hope. English has it to Favors. We get back with Rudy Gay, and we get a stop. Here's Scott. Stop and pop for Scott. That's going to ram in. Really wanted to shoot the two-pointer, not the one, but it's a basket, so we'll take it. Players get concussed for a second. It's over to C-Web. Ricky Weber on Jimmy Butler. Weber is a bigger player. The power forward spins around and dunks it in. Weber, part of the Fab Five of the, not Detroit, Michigan, but the Michigan Wolverines. They got to one national championship game before they broke up. Weber called a timeout when they had no timeouts left and caused a turnover and ruined their chances of winning the national championship. C-Web fumbles it over to Scott. Scott tries to hit the backdoor pass to Butler. That was all bad. Hesitated on the shot. Changed my mind. Tried to pass it. Results in a turnover. And we're down by 3. Can't give up any more points. And somehow that goes off of us on the tap out. We need stops and we need buckets. We're not going to get either. Nice game from our opponent. He finishes it off with a dunk. We got a little bit of time left to stream. We'll get in a couple more games, see what we can get on the reward board. If we get to reset the lineup, we'll put in Hershey Hawkins, see how he plays. We turn over a silver contract. We'll give it to Durant. Next up is Shawn, Marion. Going to play with Ray Allen. And we try to get that pink diamond. It's going to slide by for a gold teammate. It's Serge Ibaka, so we got good shooters. And here we go. Playing against a tornado. He's got Jimmy Butler, Spencer Haywood, and Mike Dunleavy Jr. Dunleavy in his Golden State days. is the Tornadoes. I was just commenting because of the avatar. Didn't know that was actually the name. Marion pulls the rebound. Hayward is on Marion. Kick out to Ibaka. And that's no good. Butler with a turnover. And we're trying to create some space here. Don't really have a great playmaker with this group. Ibaka loses the handle trying to get around Dunleavy. Looks like a scrum here. The ball's just bouncing back and forth. Nobody's scoring. Ibaka from deep. Not going to get it. Marion got a hand on that but can't pull it in. Dunleavy, he finally gets a point for our opponent. That's the first one of the game. We're playing against Corn Snap is the gamer tag. Looks like he's got Dunleavy defensively. Ibaka's not very fast, but we get around Dunleavy and get the dunk. We see that he wants to throw the long inbound, so we steal that. We see Ray Allen under the basket, and he'll lay that up and in. Jimmy's got it. Dunleavy, little show and go, gives it back to Jimmy. Try to steal that. Instead, he passes over after he catches it to Hayward, who knocks in the mid-range jumper. It's 2-2. Ray Allen to Marion. We got enough three-point shooting here if we can just get guys to hang out outside the line. Ibaka from deep. That's no good. Dunleavy knocks it in. Looks like I'm disconnected from the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and try to hop back in there in case anybody wants to ask questions or comment. And Butler steals it, saves it to his teammate. Out to Haywood. Kicks it out to Butler. Got Ray Allen on the job defensively. Try to slap that away, but it's a reach-in foul instead. That time we slap it away. Get the steal to Marion in the corner. And we're just not shooting it well. That was not straight back. It was apparently to the left. Tries to throw the lob. Surge stops it. But they find the cutting Jimmy Butler for the dunk. Tornadoes up by 2. Marion to Ibaka. Back out to Marion. We should have launched it. Oh well. Ray Allen's in the corner. And finally we get one to go from the outside. Maybe we'll get rolling now. He tries to throw the touchdown pass to Jimmy Butler, but he is no Tom Brady. That is into the stands. Ray Allen cuts to the rim and gets fed for a dunk. We're back on top. Out to Dunleavy Jr. Shouldn't be leaving him wide open. Marion blocks it from Butler's attempt. Allen looking to set somebody up. It's to Marion. It's calling for a screen. Shot clock's getting down. Surge just has to get something up off the rim. It's hoping to make it, but at least it's not a turnover on the shot clock. slap it away from Dunleavy. Not able to get a dunk on the fast break. Ray Allen to Ibaka. Back to Ray. Calling for a cutter. It's Marion. And we hit him for the dunk. Jimmy kicks it out to Hayward. Ibaka with the block. Well, he blocks the pass. Over to Ray Allen. Back to Ibaka. Ibaka on Dunleavy is the matchup that brings our opponent into the game because he is using Mike Dunleavy Jr. Unfortunately, Ibaka's got really slow feet, and he's slow getting out to Dunleavy on that shot. It goes right through. Allen to Ibaka. Dunleavy gets back and commits the foul. Marion to Allen. Trying to get something going here. Shot clock's down again. Lob for the Matrix, and he gathers it, puts it in. Up by 2. It's a tough match against the Tornadoes. Haywood to Dunleavy Jr. Ibaka's got a lot of tapaways this evening. Not Reggie Miller. Ray Allen passes it to Ibaka to Marion for the miss. Here's Dunleavy to Jimmy. Kick out to Haywood. We're trying to slap it away. And we commit the reach-in foul. Violation with Ray Allen. Allen gets the steal. Pull up 2-pointer. No good. Butler running up his back. Dunleavy's open. We're trying to get out there to him. And we get the rebound. Neither team really lighting it up offensively. Circling the ball around, and we get a reach-in foul on our opponent. Ray Allen starred in the movie He Got Game and had a great career after his movie appearance. Marion's got a launch to beat the shot clock. It goes in. That was a fresh to Death City type shot. Falling away, knocking it through. Jimmy to Dunleavy. Back to Butler. We roll in, expecting the drive, and instead it was a nice kick pass over to Dunleavy. This guy keeps getting shots. You can't keep giving him shots. We've got to get the rebounds. Dunleavy finally hits, and the lead's cut in half. Marion underneath to Ibaka. Goes with a left-hand hook off the window and through. 3-point ball game. Jimmy sizing up Ray Allen. To Dunleavy, to Haywood, back to Butler. We're guarding him on the switch, and we foul him. Allen has good hands. He knocks it free. He shoots it from his butt, and it's a miss. Ibaka with a hand to the face of Jimmy Butler. Allen kicks it over to Marion. Ibaka's got an open pull, rattles through, and we're up by 5. We could close out with a 2-pointer. playing the Tornadoes. We get a steal momentarily. They steal it right back. Ball's bouncing around. Dunleavy joins the offense for our opponent. It's out to Mike. Back to Butler. Dunleavy in the paint. Kicks it out to Haywood. We fly by. And we get the rebound. Dunleavy's mad. Commits the reach-in foul on the Matrix. Marion to Ray Allen. Ray Allen wants to rise and end it. Can't do it that way. You got to make it. Jimmy to Dunleavy. Out to Haywood. Haywood working on Ibaka. And Ibaka tapped it through. Oh, I think that was coming off the glass. I jumped up to pull the rebound, and I think he backhanded it through the hoop. I don't recall seeing that before in this game. You see something new every night. Serge Ibaka to the hole with a left-hand dunk. Any bucket will win it for us now. Butler to Haywood. Dunleavy gives us a pump fake to the hole with the left hand. The former Duke Blue Devil with a layup. Ibaka's got nothing but red paint in front of him. He'll hammer it in. That was an ugly game. Lots of rebounds. We got to 212 points. And we'll see what's here for us to uncover. We get a one-pointer, followed by 500 MT. And we get a charge card. It's going to be Stephen Curry. And we'll play another match or two before we say goodnight. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We got Brian Grant. The excitement tonight was getting to 600 cards. We unlocked 2,500 MT. Open packs. Got a Ruby Marc Gasol. And then later on, we sniped a Ruby Hershey Hawkins. So we get Darrell Wright with Curry, a couple Golden State shooters, and we got Brian Grant in the middle doing the dirty work. Now we just look for somebody to play against, and we'll be all set. And we're just waiting on 2K to find us an opponent here in the late night. And we got somebody coming to play. Timberwolves fan. He's got Tybo Cephalosha, Miles Turner, and Andre Iguodala. Here we go, we're playing Seatown. Played him before. Don't remember much about that. Curry hands off to Darrell Wright. Wright from the corner knocks it in. We're playing I'm So Fuego, Seattle Seatown. He has to pause. He's got to regroup, draw up some new game plan, and we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. If you're watching and you'd like to gain a follower, please follow me. I will absolutely follow you back. Or if you just like the stream and want to support me, I would appreciate you coming back to watch again. Alright, so I'm So Fuego giving us a little show and go handles, and he gets it to Miles Turner for the vicious right hand jam. Curry dribbling around, sets up Grant. Grant is not going to shoot from the outside. Darrell Wright turns the corner, right hand stuff. Miles Turner inbounds it to Andre Iguodala. Iguodala has really good handles for a small forward. He gives it to Turner. Turner backing in on Grant. And we get enough defense to get the missed shot. Curry's got it. Steph around his man. No, not going to get around him. Good job from I'm So Fuego. Curry from deep. Defender was barreling down on him. It's a miss. Turner backing down on Grant, and he banks it in. That was a nice shot. Pretty tough defense there from our boys. Curry and Grant setting up a little screen. Kick out to Darrell Wright. And that's not going to get it. It's a late release. Seatown and the Seahawks. I'm So Fuego. He travels. Grant to Steph. Curry bringing it up. Over to Darrell Wright. Darrell is going to get the dunk. Iguodala wants to fake out Curry. He's got Turner trying to get in there for a dunk. And we commit the shooting foul as Miles Turner tries to drive the ball. Pretty impressive handle there from the big center. And we've lost the party chat, so I'm going to hit pause just for a second. And we're not trying to do play-by-play, so my opponent has to listen. If he wants to listen, he can come check out the stream. Curry gets it blocked. Curry and Darrell Wright, little two-man game. Steph from deep. Bang. Goes the dynamite. I'm So Fuego with the handle. Iguodala over to whoever that is. Tybo Cephalosha. And he ties it up from downtown. Curry working on Tybo. Darrell Wright to the hole. Two-hand finish. Seahawks and Seatown. He's got to take a pause. I took one. He's got to take one. He took one earlier too. Got to do a lot of planning here in blacktop mode. Alright, so Iguodala's got the ball. He's working on Curry. He feeds the big fella and gets the right hand jam. Steph bringing it up court. Around Iguodala for the dunk. working on Curry. Going a little mono-e-mono back and forth between these two. He wants to go to Turner. Curry's there, challenging the shot. Still goes in. Miles Turner has 5 of the 7 points for C-Town. Here goes Steph. Out to Grant. Grant to the hole. Could have kicked it out to Curry, but we'll take the dunk. Iguodala. And we get a steal with Darrell Wright. Right over to Grant. Back out to Darrell. Darrell rises and dunks. He's got the hot hand now. He's pumping up the crowd. Going back on defense. Iguodala working on Steph. Over to Miles Turner. He's had good luck with Turner so far. We get him to pass out of it. Cephalosha turns the corner on Darrell Wright and jams it in. Seahawks and C-Town. Just 1 point separating the two clubs. Curry's got it. Over to Grant. To Wright in the corner. Out to Grant. Curry, he's calling for a little screen action. He's got Grant rolling. He's got Grant dunking. Here comes Andre Iguodala. Trying to break down the defense. Turner from deep, that's offline. Grant pulls the rebound. To Darrell Wright. Wright runs to the 2-point line and bombs it in. And just like that, we're up by 4. Iguodala kicks it out to Cephalosha. Cephalosha to Turner. He launched with him once. I thought he might do it again. Nice little draw kick game. Cephalosha's open. He doesn't get it. Turner pulls the rebound, stuffs it home. Lead is at 3 points. Curry's got the handle. Curry turns the corner. Iguodala bothered him the whole way, then blocked it away. Here's Turner. Turner's being a beast with the dunk. It's a 2-point game. Curry to Wright. He rises and drills it from deep. We just need 1 more point to get the victory versus C-Town. Iguodala crossing over. Steph reaches in and commits the foul. Cephalosha working on the taller Darrell Wright. To Turner. We had pretty good defense on him. He still gets it to go. Turner with 8 points in this game. Curry's got the handle. Curry's got the open lane. He's going to just float that in. And the Seahawks get the victory. We head to the pick board. Stream is winding down. I think we'll play one more and say goodnight. So we flip our card to get a golden contract. Next flip unveils a technical foul. We look at our club. We look at the rewards. And we want to get that Mikkel on our club. Alright, so we got 1800 MT. Just curious what Hershey Hawkins is selling for, because we got one earlier. Yeah, holding its value pretty good. Not so many out there now as it was a few weeks back. We'll get to play with him tomorrow evening. Right now it's going to be Klay Thompson. He gets a gold running mate. Charlie Villanueva. And we're going to wrap it up. Our last teammate that we will play with is Kenny the Jet Smith. Clay needs a contract. Excuse me, and he's going to get one. Searching for a match. We're waiting on 2K to get us an opponent. And it's up to 2K and the rest of the internet to find us an opponent. Just need somebody to click on and play against us here late in the evening, early in the morning on Super Bowl Sunday. It's taken a while to get us a game here to close out the rest of the evening. Going to wait for a few more minutes, see if we can't find an opponent. We will try to back it out and go back in here. Sometimes that helps. We're just looking for one more game. Taking a long time to get somebody paired up here. We'll try it for a couple more minutes, see if we can't get a game. And finally we get one. This will conclude our gameplay. We're hoping to get a victory to go out with. We're going to play against Channing Fry and Luke Longley and somebody whose name I do not know how to pronounce. Kuzmakas, I'm not sure. Plays for the New York Knicks. Bronze player, 69 overall. Opponent's got custom uniforms. Those will take a minute to load up. We get to start out in position, playing against Team Numeric. Villanueva from deep. Shot that too early, it rattles out. He gets it to his bronze player. Lobs it in over the top to Fry. We foul him before he gets the bucket. Klay Thompson knocks it free from Fry. Klay's going to just try to step back here for the two-pointer. Took a pass to Villanueva to get him free, but it all worked out. Fry with a tough shot. No good. Kenny Smith to Klay. Out to Charlie Villanueva. That's stolen away. Thompson guarding on the taller Channing Fry. Fry trying to back him down. Hits the side of the backboard. Ball cycling around. Klay gets a hand on it. And Villanueva gets dirty, getting after it. And gets us the rebound. Klay Thompson, he gets fouled by Villanueva. Playing against Numeric Wheat. 7-9-3. Klay past Fry for the dunk. Luke Longley to inbound. Channing Fry from downtown. That's no good. Long rebound to Thompson. Thompson brings it up court. He's got Fry on him. He turns the corner on Fry, dunks it in. Klay's got the hot hand with the first 4 points of the ball game. Villanueva on the bronze player. Fry with a hand in his face. We pull the rebound and we throw it away. We saw Klay in the corner. Can't get it to him. Team Numeric Wheat decides to pause the game. He's got to figure out how he wants to attack us. Thompson almost gets the steal. Gets it into Luke Longley, and he gets on the board. Kenny Smith is going to turn the corner and dunk that, I believe. But he gets fouled on his way to the basket. It's out to Villanueva. Villanueva to the hole with the dunk. Pass over to Channing Fry. Fry's got an open lane, and he's going to dunk that in. Klay just wasn't paying attention there. Kenny Smith gets it tapped away for a second. Another reach and foul. This guy's committing a lot of reach-ins. We might get a victory that way if he keeps it up. Smith to Klay Thompson. Klay from deep. Got to knock that down, but we don't. Fry wasn't even trying to guard him. Fry feeds Luke Longley for the dunk. And Team Numeric is starting to play a little bit. Here's Kenny Smith. Right hand rim rock. Seahawks on top by 3 points. Looking to go out with a victory. We will see you back here tomorrow evening. As we keep looking for Kevin McHale. And we keep looking for our first diamond out of a pack all year. So we got to keep chasing those goals on the stream. Klay from deep. Goes right through. Jump pass to Fry. He can't handle it. Seahawks pick up the ball with the steal. Villanueva gets fouled. Lots of reach-in fouls by our opponent. He can't have many left. Decides to pause it again. This guy loves to hit the pause button. Villanueva takes it past Luke Longley and dunks it home. Up by 6. Channing Frye's got it. Guarded by Klay. Fadeaway shot. Doesn't touch the iron. Klay's got it. Frye's trying to knock it loose, and he will. And Luke hits the free throw line. Distance jump shot. Smith to Klay. Back to Smith. He's going to lay that up off the window. We get a close-up look at Kenny Smith. We get a look at these ugly Galaxy uniforms. Channing Frye's got it. Klay Thompson smashes him for a shooting foul. He's trying to back down Kenny Smith. We bring the double. Fry lets it fly, and it's no good. Smith has it. He's not even going to bother to come out on him. We'll let Smith launch. And we can't hit the unguarded two-pointer. Fry's got it. And Fry's missing it. Grabs the rebound, but he takes it out of bounds. Seahawks 10. Team Numeric stuck at 4. Here goes Kenny Smith. Out to Klay. Klay cycles it around. It ends up in Smith's hands. In the corner, he knocks it home. We're up by 8. Villanueva with the steal. I think my opponent might have quit competing. Always compete. Klay Thompson doesn't hit that wide open jumper. We get a steal with Villanueva over to Klay Thompson. He's going to hit that one from deep. We're up by 10. We have a chance to win by double digits. Long inbound pass. Team Numeric has to pause it. One more time. We dive for the ball. It's off of us. Villanueva checks into Luke Longley. Over to Clay Thompson. Clay with a steal. Clay wants to hammer this home. He's not going to get to. Fry with the defense. Hey, Walking Canoe, how you doing, buddy? It's going well. Hope you're doing well on this Super Bowl Sunday. Now it's Monday morning, just about everywhere. I think it's even Monday morning in Hawaii. But it's going well, and we're just about to wrap this one up. Towards the end of the stream, we sniped a Ruby Hershey Hawkins tonight for 2,800 coins, and we pulled a Ruby Marc Gasol out of a league pack. We got 2,500 coins for getting to 600 cards collected, and Kenny the Jet Smith finishes it with the dunk. So we opened packs, and Gasol was the best card that we got, which was a nice card, but I was hoping for something really exciting like an Amthest or a diamond. Glad to hear that you're doing well. I am tired. My wife's been back to work this week after she'd been off on maternity leave. So I've sacrificed a little sleep to let her sleep in and watch our son. And I'm going to head to bed after this one. I will try to do a quick snipe though after we flip over these cards. So Kevin McHale's going to stay out there. Still looking for McHale. It's good to see Walking Canoe is here. I wish we had had more time together this evening. Hey, Walking Canoe, do you stream? I've been checking for your name and other people that I follow, but I haven't seen you on stream yet. So there's no rubies out there at 2,200. We'll just look and see if there's something good that we could get after on a quick sell and create enough coins to go get it. Gary Payton's out there. I think that's a good deal. I'm going to go and quick sell something off to get him if I can do it fast enough. So we'll go back real quick. And if we can get that Payton for $3,000, we'll try to flip it for a little profit. He's still there. So we pick out Gary Payton. Late night snipe. Let's go make sure we send it to the auction house so we don't quick sell it later on. Let's find out what Payton really sells for. Okay, well, I hope I catch you on sometime. I will definitely stop into your stream, give some love, and watch you playing whenever I do catch you on sometime. So I already have this Payton. I'm just wondering what it goes for. So we see it at 75, 74. So I'll put mine at 73. And make a little profit, I hope. Put them for 12 hours so it closes when there's a lot of people awake. So we have a chance to make a little over $4,000 on that Payton. Put them for 73.5. So that brings a little joy and happiness. Looks like this Payton has some badges too. Maybe I should ask more for it. So he's got the standard golds, put on teardropper, difficult shots, and dimer. So those are all good cards, or excuse me, good badges to have. I would stick up, or I'm sorry, you can tell I'm getting punchy. I would stay up and play a couple more, buddy, but I'm just exhausted. So I'm gonna pack up my son into his little rollaway crib, shut off the laptop and the Xbox, get everything wrapped up, and go to sleep. I hope you have a great week, and hope we connect again soon. Walking Canoe, thank you for watching. Thank you to anybody else that's watching the stream. If you follow me, I'll definitely follow you back, just like I do with Walking Canoe. And if you've missed any of my streams and you want to see more, my YouTube channel, I upload all my streams to the YouTube channel daily. Well, thank you so much for coming by, buddy. We'll see you again. Fresh to Death, I don't know if you're out there. We'll hope to catch you tomorrow as well. And it's been a good night, and we will try to have a good night tomorrow. Good night, everybody.